Well, it's Monday, the 4th of November. Hello, Chip. What are you looking at me for like that? Hey? Monday, the 4th of November. Quite a pretty quiet weekend, really, for Sandy and I. Unfortunately, Sandy hasn't been too good this weekend. So she did spend most of it in her pyjamas, lying in bed. She's got a very, very poorly shoulder. So she's gone to work this morning, but I have just spoke to her on the phone and she's in agony. God bless her. So she'll probably come back for a nice rest. But yes, this weekend we did hear a bit of a noise and commotion going on. There's a young chap on our jetty here, a lovely chap called Rudy. Has bought an old boat, a 1989 build, but unfortunately he had to have a water tank fitted. So we took the boat over to the workshop. He has been over there for quite a few days waiting for this water tank to be fitted. He had the water tank fitted, and then when he was on his way back the other day, a loud bang, and his prop shaft has broken. So poor old Rudy, he's been through it with this lovely old boat. He has been through it, but he had to be towed back in over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. He was towed back in by Ron and Di, a lovely couple who were on their boat here. Actually brought him back to the jetty, and I just managed to catch a little bit of the filming. Take a look. Yes, now for a minute you'd be forgiven to think that you were in Venice. Yes, to see this gondolier on the biggest gondola I think I've ever seen. Yeah, there was a few people helping there just to get poor old Rudy back on his pontoon. But he was doing a good job, stood on the roof. I'm just glad he didn't fall in. But it wasn't long and he was safely back in his mooring and all tucked in for the afternoon. Poor old Rudy, but you'll get there. Yeah, so poor old Rudy. I'm sure he'll get it fixed soon anyway. And also, I was helping Pete out from the chandlery, doing some work on a boat briefly the other day over on D-Jetty. And Sandy phoned me. She tried to light the fire and our chimney blew off the top. Our little hat thing on the top of the chimney blew off, and I'm afraid that went to the bottom of the drink. So we did try to fish it out. I can't feel if
You know what's going to happen, don't you?
I'm not. Have you got your phone ready? Yes, now Sandy was waiting for me to fall in, and that's why she grabbed my camera to film what was going on. I might have to go in here, I think, and do it from here.
I have to like just don't try and push it. Let it drop and then.
Let it drop.
Well,
you know, somebody grab this off us. It's nice to have an audience, folks.
Now you know how I feel. Should be videoing this for the vlog. We just wait for you to follow.
Yes, thank you, Nigel. You should be videoing this for the vlog, but I didn't know that Sandy already was.
Yeah. I lit the fire and it went boom.
It went boom.
I can't believe how many people are here.
Yes, what a fantastic community we have here. It's lovely when people want to watch you fall in the water. We had quite an audience.
No, it's not magnetic. Well, it's not. Go get the magnet, Gary.
It's not magnetic.
It's not. Your magnet's not magnetic.
No, the hat is... Yes, so unfortunately we didn't get our little hat back, but I will go fishing again another day. So I just nipped down the chandlery and bought a new one. So we'll put a nice new one on, but I'm going to screw that one on. I'm going to actually drill a couple of holes and put a couple of self-tappers in just to save it happening again. Yes, well, I'm going to take the boys for a little trot now, a little walk around the marina. It's quite a nice afternoon. But one thing that we haven't shared yet is... what Dale does every time we get him off the boat, and sometimes when we pick him up, he must be a very religious dog because he prays. You have a look now, and I take Chip and Dale off. I'll lift Chip off the boat, and then when I pick Dale up, you have a look at his paws. He does it every time, bless him. Good boy, Chip. There you go. Come on then, Dale. So, it's bonfire night. It's Tuesday, the 5th of November. Yes, we remember Guy Fawkes when he tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament tonight, and we all light fires and set off fireworks. But not us. Chippendale hate fireworks. So we'll be all cosy in the boat with the telly on and the doors firmly closed. But on the chandlery, and as you can see, it's cold. It's very, very windy. But I did forget to mention that I will be doing a future vlog on an old working boat that's here in the Marina. In fact, this beautiful old boat, I've always admired it since I've been here, but I found out at the weekend that it actually appeared in that famous film, The Bargee. So yes, I'm looking forward to sharing that. I have spoke to the owner and he knows quite a bit of history about it, but it'll probably be in the new year now. He's got quite a bit of work to do on it, and it's had quite a few modifications since it appeared in the film, but it's still a beautiful boat, so I'm looking forward to sharing that. Right, the week continues. Right, now if you remember, how long was it when I did that vlog with Malcolm? It was a while ago. If you remember Malcolm, the old fella, 72-year-old, bought his first boat and he went cruising. Well, he's back with us. He's had a little bit of a rigmarole, to be honest. He's had to buy new batteries. He's had all sorts go wrong with his boat. So he's over there somewhere in this wind, in the cold.
There he is at the top of the jetty.
And he's at the top of the jetty up there. You might see him go past. And he's going to try and get it and moor up next to a GRP cruiser. And he's enrolled Kevin and myself to get him on. So we're just having a walk down now, and we'll try not to sink this cruiser, and we'll try to get Malcolm in. Now, I did try to tell Malcolm that really you shouldn't be mooring next to a GRP cruiser, but he was adamant that that was his mooring. But I did tell him he was wrong, and we did find out the next morning that he wasn't supposed to moor there after all. But to be honest with you, he did a fantastic job. No harm was done to the cruiser. He didn't touch it. He did really, really well, and then moved it indeed to his real mooring the next morning. Yes, we're quite lucky to have Malcolm back with us for a brief period anyway through the winter and Christmas time, as his boat has had engine troubles, but he hopes to get it sorted soon. It's about 7:20 on Wednesday the 6th. Look at this, look at this. It's a beautiful morning. Kevin and Marie, unfortunately, have got to go home today. So it's just me on the boat because Sandy's in work. I should be finished working in a few hours. And then it's back to the boat. So we'll see what the day brings. Just a normal day in Marina life. Well, just say goodbye to Kevin and Marie. They're just heading back home to their house in Liverpool. And I'm here by a nice fire, because it is miserable out there. It's all wet and raining, and it's really, really cold, but toasted on Chuggabug. We're expecting the boys from Cunliffe Boats to come down tomorrow to refit our stern doors and the top hatch. So I'm looking forward to showing you that. So let's see what's up. So Thursday morning, kettle's on. Andy and Chris have just turned up. Took them a while to get here due to floods, because all the roads are flooded. We've had some really bad rain. So we're going to get our doors and our new hatch. Well, it's the old hatch, but with a nice new little lip on it. So let's get outside and see how it gets on. So when I put the kettle on, the lads were busy putting the top hatch on. Andy goes inside to line it up, and then Chris uses all his muscles to support the weight of the hatch. And then Andy secures it in place. The lads did time it perfectly in between showers to actually do this, as it did start to rain again shortly after. And then they went off after fixing the hatch on to go and get the doors. So, securing the doors in place, I was excited to have a look what sort of difference that big lip on the top hatch would make. And as you can see, it does make a very big difference. The rain should now drip down the doors and not onto the wood. So that's it. We've got the doors fitted. They do have to come back, however. Part of the wood needs realigning, which isn't a big job, but they just didn't have quite the right tool with them to do it. So they're going to come back again and do that. And there are a couple of other jobs that they've got to do. I've got the fire lit, as you can see behind me there, because it is freezing. It's a very cold day here, and tomorrow morning I'm working in the morning, and the Flying Scotsman, very famous choo-choo train, is going to go zooming past the marina. So I'm going to film that and can't wait to share it. So let's see the Flying Scotsman tomorrow. Alexa, what's the weather like in Tattenhall?
In Tattenhall, United Kingdom, there's a flood alert in effect.
Well, it's Friday, the 8th of November, and thanks to a subscriber, Kev, he let me know that the Flying Scotsman's going past, and I'm on the hill above the marina. Unfortunately, though, I'm sinking. I could take my boat up here. It's terrible, and there's not going to be a very good view, so I'm going to go over to the bridge and see if I can get a better view there. I'm only going to get about 5 seconds of the Flying Scotsman, but 5 seconds better than... Yes, over the past 48 hours, we've just had constant rain. Everywhere's flooded. There's rain everywhere, and I know Yorkshire has been severely hit. There's a lot of rivers and canals over there, so I'm just hoping that all you boaters are nice and safe and tucked up in your boats. So anyway, let's get up to the... I was surprised when I got up there to see so many people there. Obviously the word had got around to boaters and non-boaters alike, and we waited and waited. And then smoke was spotted.
Wow, look at that.
Ladies and gents, the Flying Scotsman. Well, it's now Saturday, the 9th of November. Look at that sunrise. Look at that. Beautiful sunrise. Absolutely glorious morning. Very, very cold, about -1 again this morning. But that was another week in Marina life, and we're all done for another one. I had a lovely day yesterday seeing the Flying Scotsman. Obviously a quick glimpse because it wasn't hanging about, but I'm just glad that I was there to see it going past. First time I've seen it, so very interesting. And also yesterday I met 2 subscribers. Well, 1 subscriber and his lovely daughter. Yes, hello to you, Dave and Anna. Lovely to welcome you aboard Chuggabug yesterday. Lovely chat with you. Who knows, we might see her on the waterways one day, the 2 of you. So we'll catch you again on Chuggabug.